Greetings, adventurers! It's David and Heather, the Singapore expats, and we are at the old Ford factory today.
Woohoo! I love me some factories.
And I see you are wearing your car shirt.
That's right.
We both have on our DeLorean shirts in honor of going to a car factory. Now, I understand what we're going to see today is less about cars and more about World War II history and the Japanese occupation. But we are excited to check it out, and we would love for you to come along and join us today.
So, David,
Heather,
what would you say is your favorite Ford of all the Fords?
Ooh, probably the Ford GT.
That sounds really fancy.
It's pretty fancy. It's kind of expensive.
Wow. My favorite would probably be the Ford Bronco, made famous by O.J. Simpson.
Good old Bronco.
Whoa, the Ford factory opened the year before the Japanese invasion here. Talk about bad timing.
Check out this map of Singapore. Do you think you can find where we live? Let's see, what do we see here? There's Orchard Road, somewhere. I'm sure it's somewhere on the map.
This is the invasion map that the Japanese used for their invasion of Singapore. Look at all these newspapers that they have up on the ceiling. Wow, that's cool. You can see all of the articles that were written about the invasion. You may have seen in our Fort Siloso video that we had seen the kind of reenactment or the recreation of the surrender room there. This here at the former Ford factory is the actual surrender room. So just really cool to see another major piece of Singapore history here.
Simple questions. Those educated in Chinese.
It looks like Singapore was a dangerous place to live during the Japanese occupation. Gosh, a lot of people dying, a lot of babies dying. I thought food prices in Singapore were high now, but check this out. Apparently, right before the Japanese occupation, a dozen eggs were like 50 cents, and then 3 years later, $432. That is some seriously high-priced food right there. Somehow I didn't know that the U.S. played a major role in pushing Japan out of Singapore. Not sure how I missed that. That is some major population growth here in Singapore, and it's only ballooned since then. That right there is the former Ford factory.
Yeah, I
We've seen
learned a
it.
lot.
What'd you learn?
I learned a lot about the war and the impact on Singapore. It's really sad what war can do, but it's good to see where Singapore has come from.
They've
then.
come a long way.
It's good to understand the history.
Yeah. I learned a lot about the history as well, and it was interesting to see Ford picked a really bad time to open this, just a year before the war. That had to have been tough, and then of course just the occupation, lots of the executions, the torture, all of that. Some pretty terrible things happened during the occupation. So glad Singapore is through it, but and I'm glad that we had a chance to learn more about it today. So thank you so much for joining us on today's adventure, and we will see you next time here on the Singapore Expat. Bye.